So we are living in a reality where the Department of Justice, Merrick Garland, and the Federal Bureau of Investigations, Christopher Wray, is killing the United States Army veteran Lawrence Diablo Striplin and his entire household so that Germany can own the USA citizenships and USA passports that belongs to Lawrence Diablo Striplin and his household, and that they can print money in Germany bunkers embezzled from the U.S. Army and the Social Security Administration Office and the Unit Count Oil Refinery and Eastwood Insurance and the Relief Salt and Court and the CD's financial accounts and the United States Navy and the retirement pensions and the Department of Justice, Merrick Garland, and Federal Bureau of Investigations, Christopher Wray, is stealing 23 houses and apartments and 44 vehicles by using a rapist, terrorist, torturer, and treasoner. And they are responsible for over 2,726 murders. And we're filing charges at the U.S. Attorney's Office on Donald John Trump, who's responsible for orchestrating this as the Nazi military leader, formerly known as Adolf Hitler, for their garrison, who is the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigations. And so we just got our case numbers, but they've hired hitmen. They've got Chuck Norris, they've got John Cena, they've got Javon Smith, and they're maiming Chantel. They stabbed her in her eye sockets and are demanding that Aaren Striplin order bombs in order to not be stabbed in his eye sockets in a Blair House shelter at 635 I Street Northeast, Washington, D.C. 20002. And they are denying the church rights to establish a congregation in 195 countries so that they can have Germany steal the church from me, Aaren William Striplin hyphen High Priest Aaren type of Levi. I'm an African American paraplegic man with blood prosthetics and a mobility device. So my eye cameras caught um, the home invasion, but they're denying the video evidence and the audio evidence and saying that it's illegal to themselves when it's legal. So we haven't been able to file police reports, but they've been able to do kidnappings and establish fake accounts with the 19th Precinct Police Department in New York and the San Diego Sheriff Office, Sheriff Jail in San Diego, California, San Diego Police Department. With these two fake warrants, they were able to steal the church through the DC Court Civil Division and the Small Claims Court in Washington, D.C., and the U.S. District Courts and the Federal Claims Court of the United States in Washington, D.C., and give that church to Phoebe Gates and to Melinda Gates, Wray Gates, Jennifer Catherine Gates, to Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and Queen Elizabeth, and to Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Malia Obama, Sasha Obama, Kamala D.V. Harris, Cole Mackin Imroff, Ella Imroff, and Douglas Imroff, and to themselves Christopher Wray and Merrick Garland. These individuals hired Todd Smith, Javon Smith, Al McLeod, and Todd Shaw to do the serial killings for them, headed by their hitman, Aaron Chuck Norris, Aaron Norris, Chuck Norris, Carlos Chuck Norris, Jennifer Gardner, Miley Ray Cyrus, and Billy Ray Cyrus. And now we're at the courts. They got the DC Mayor Mario Bowser, and the chief of police, Pamela Smith, working with and for them so that they all can steal the church inheritance and the family inheritance of um, Lawrence Theophilus Striplin, for Germany to own USA passports identical to the 26 people that they killed with 10 celebrity lookalikes. So a platoon of 26 people with 10 lives each, and then they will be printing money for the people who are responsible for the Ponzi scheme, the pyramid scheme, and the Racketeer Influence Club Organized Crime Act. So now we're in the process of pressing charges on all of them, and we're gonna need an all points bulletin on them, because Germany is really say that they're killing the United States Army, and the United States Army isn't replying. And then also, we aren't able to have our church inheritance, um, so that Germany could steal our church in the 48 countries that we own in Asia. So that's what we got going on right now. Um, Other than that, they're illegally quartering with their West Point U.S. Army, impersonating the United States Army and their Marines, and they're threatening to murder us to avoid charges on their Nazi military garrisons, who are killing people to steal their ID. So Merrick, Garland, and Christopher Wray has hired Thomas Gibson and Forrest Whitaker and John Cena, Linda and David Johnson, George Pyro, Paula Bate, James Comey, Christopher Wray, and Robert Miller. And they've also hired William Barr, Merrick Garland, Eric Holder, and Jeff Sessions. And together they are killing 17 people. Um, Helen Gray Striplin, McLeod Smith, Quayle Striplin Shanahan, Johnny Striplin, Christopher McFall, Caleb McFall, Altor's Pervo Jr., Anthony Rodriguez, Darren Douglas Striplin, Aaron Williams Striplin, Ashley Alexis Nicole Lonnie Hyphen Brown, Crystal Jaquela Lonnie, Christopher Lonnie, Quincy Lonnie, Ladarius Primos Lonnie, Charles Pervo, um, Michelle Delgado Pervo, but they're killing also Robert Brown and Stephen Johnson, and um, and that's what they're doing. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to say that these USA citizens are Japanese or they're robots, and that allows them to kill these people. And in order to do that, they're trying to say that these people have killed their own dad, Lawrence Theophilus Striplin, with a demand letter that they created. And they used a U.S. Army Arctic training program to get to the demand letter, saying that that was a wedge between the family and the U.S. Army post, so there will be no communication and no family being injured. And to say that the family was responsible for killing Lawrence Theophilus Striplin and other people instead of Donald John Trump, who killed Lawrence Theophilus Striplin. Well, this was reported to David Johnson at 415-553-7400 at the San Francisco, California field office before the ransom was actually collected. They kidnapped and tortured Aaren Striplin by stabbing him with ice picks and then giving him a blood transfusion so that he could do the demand letter on the voicemail of Linda at 415-553-7400, for a voicemail of David Johnson at 415-553-7400. And then David Johnson, knowing that the demand letter was fake, was given another call back after the evidence of the the murder of the blood transfusion was mailed to the San Francisco, California field office of the FBI through Lydia at the U.S. Post Office in South Miami, Florida. They brung in Shad Gregory Moss with CSI Cyber to cover it up as if he stole the mail. And then they brung in John Cena as if he was the person that was going to be taking the man letter ransom and killing everybody. Donald John Trump became the president and killed everybody and stole the entire ID for Baron William Trump. Now, all of the evidence and exhibits that was going to Kamala D. Harris and to all of the Department of Justice, and then to all of the FBI from 2011 to 2020, they gave to Baron William Trump by using a moniker scam of a U.S. Army Arctic training program. To train to go to Paris, to train to go to Brazil, to train to go to Germany, to train to go to Japan, with all of these monikers like Josh Camille, like Giovanni, like Horseheart Morlaix, like Donatello Morales, and then they end up taking all of the 50 albums and simultaneous earnings of the slave value reported to the courts and giving it to the moniker of Baron William Trump, who steals the dance hospital by naming it the Trump Dance Hospital and steals the word scrolls. He then goes and used the demand letter as a scam to cut out the eye sockets of Chantel and saying give Baron Trump the word scrolls and give Baron Trump the uh, dance hospital and give Baron Trump the tabernacle. They take the human resources for energy and for power, and give that to Baron Trump, and Baron Trump gives that to Gates crime family, and gives that to the Obama crime family, and to the Smith crime family, and to the Harris crime family, and they begin to make money on it, which allowed them to hire hitmen like John Cena, like Jim Jones, the diplomats, Taliban squad, and to hire Chuck Norris. These individuals began to kill originally for Elvis Presley, who's the house that they're going to be printing everything in. They bring in the Queen of England because they're selling the art in the art galleries of Christie Art Gallery, and framing up and using Vincent van Gogh, a German painter, to steal the inheritance from the United States for Germany. And then this allows the Queen Elizabeth to get involved so that the art galleries in Europe can continue to be selling the illegal slave trade that they've stolen. All of this is now on Chantel Pervaux, that Javon Smith is holding hostage. He's cutting each part of her body parts off into her torso and demanding that everything be given to Baron Trump. Now that she's chopped to a torso, Donald Trump is demanding that Joe Biden is responsible for it and he should be sued and impeached in order to get Chantel Pervaux released back. Aaren Striplin has to go to Washington, D.C. and file charges on Joe Biden. At Washington, D.C., Merrick, Garland, and Christopher Wray starts to steal Chantel Pervaux's ID and change the dates back for Sheriff David O. Livingston to kill Aaren Striplin with Bebe Jennifer, their original hitman, after giving HIV and hepatitis and Mercury to Aaren Striplin at the Jackson Memorial Hospital to say that he killed Bebe Jennifer by giving her HIV when Bebe Jennifer tried to rape Aaren Striplin and kill him for his original passport. And then they began to steal her ID in the Olympic Games locations, like the Paris 2024 Olympic Games locations, and tried to use criminal minds behavior analysis and suspect behavior to order bombs through Aaren Striplin in order to get into the Blair House shelter and not be killed in the game house by Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon and the rest of those individuals that are working on Homeland Security and Department of Homeland Security in the Saw movie. YouTube saw seen Lawrence, and that's where we're at right now. So we have to file charges on all of them. It's